Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Sonia Lorenza. You can call me Nia. I will present the material regarding of the deed. Stay tuned. Part 1. The meaning of the deed. A deed is a letter of the truth proof of something said by an interested side which is written evidence. By his book Sudikno Mertokusuma said, Hukum Acara Perdata Indonesia explained that a deed is a side letter containing event that form the basis of a right or an arrangement made from the beginning intentionally for proof. Based on KBBI, deed is a letter of evidence containing statement or description, acknowledgement, decision regarding legal event made according to applicable regulation, witness made and ratified by the official. Part 2. Form of deed. The form of the deed is based on the provision contained in Chapter 1867 of the Civil Code KUH Perdata. The deed can be divided into an A. Authentic deed. Chapter 1868 of the Civil Code states that an authentic deed is a deed in the form determined by law, made by or before public official in power for that purpose, at the place where the deed was made. According to Irawan Surojo, that there are three essential elements in order to fulfill the formal requirement of an authentic deed. First, in the form prescribed by law, and second, made by and in front of public official, and last, deed made by or before a public official who is authorized for it and at the place where the deed was made. A notarial deed as an authentic deed has a proving value, and first, outwardly, the outward meaning here is the ability of the deed itself to prove its validity as authentic. And second, formal. This means that the notary deed must provide certainty that an event and fact mentioned in the deed was actually carried out by a notary or explained by the parties appearing at the time stated in the deed in accordance with the procedures specific in the making of the deed. And last, material. That what is stated in the deed is valid evidence against the parties who made the deed or the those who act right and are generally applicable. In practice, an authentic deed, in this case a notarial deed, may lose its quality, which is commonly referred to as relegation to an underhand deed, as that in Chapter 1869 of the Civil Code, there is an authentic deed cannot be traced an authentic deed, either because of the incompetence or incompetence of the public official concerned or because of a defect in this form. B. Underhand deed. Husni Tamrin in his book Pembuatan Akta Pertanahan oleh Notaris said that an on-hand deed is a deed that is intentionally made for proof by the parties without the assistance of an authorized public official. There are several types of deed under the hand. And first, underhand deed made by the parties involved without the intervention of a notary. And second, this agreement is taken in form of a letter of agreement which is signed by the parties concerned by attaching the stamp. This agreement looks simple, but if in the process of the parties devolve, it will cause difficulties to prove. Next, underhand deed made by interested parties and then registered with a notary or court marking. The process of making the agreement and signing the deed is carried out not before a notary and also does not involve a notary. After the agreement is agreed, and decide that it is brought to a notary. The notary then signs and includes the deed is a special book, and the last underhand legalized by a notary. And in this type of private deed, the signing is done before a notary. The parties who have an interest appear before the notary while bringing the agreed agreement. This type of the underhand deed is carried out to ensure the truth and authenticity of the undersigned party. In addition, it is also carried out to ensure to the fidelity and certainty of the date the signature was carried out. And part 3, function of the deed. The function of the deed are and first, as evidence that the interested parties enter into certain agreements. Second, as evidence for the parties that what is written in the agreement is the purpose and will of the parties. And the last, as evidence for third parties that on a certain that unless otherwise specified the parties have entered into an agreement and that the content of the agreement accordance with the wishes of the parties. Part 4, cancellation of notary deed. A notarial deed that is void or null by law or has the power of the proof as an underhand deed occurs because the conditions determined by law are not fulfilled without the need for legal action for the parties concerned. So, that the cancellation of the notary deed is passive because without any active action or the effort from the parties concerned, the deed is void. Meanwhile, the cancellation of a notarial deed is active because the interested parties want the deed to be cancelled even though the conditions have been fulfilled, either through an agreement or by filing a lawsuit in the court. Thank you for attention. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.